everyone, and welcome back to my 36-week pregnancy update. Now, I know it's going to feel like there's a bit of a short gap between my 35-week one and this one, but that's because there kind of is, because I filmed that one late and I am now 36 weeks and 1 day pregnant. Before I begin, two things. One, sorry for the state of me and the sound of my voice, but I'm getting a bit of a cold, and I'm waking up a lot in the mornings with a sore throat, and it gets worse again at night, so that seems just to be a little treat that's headed my way for the 3rd trimester. And then secondly, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that left a comment on my last video about that nasty man who basically made fun of me in the street. At the time I was still feeling really low and trying to put a brave face on, but honestly the support from everyone that commented, whether or not it was on the video or on Facebook or anything like that, was just so nice. I've said before that I don't have loads of mums around me where I live because of when I went back to work after having William. Never really made that many mum friends, so to have people gather around me like that and give me like a little nudge and be like, well done, you know, like, well done for not letting it get to you, and you know, don't let him affect you. It was lovely and I really appreciate it, so thank you. I'm gonna try and get on with this really quickly because no one needs a 20-minute video about a chubby pregnant lady chatting on, do they? So I've written some notes as always and I'll try my best. Gosh, my voice is worse than I thought. I'm working at home today and I've seen the midwife this morning, but it seems to be getting progressively worse, which is nice. I'm very husky. To be honest, I'm sure you can tell, but I am absolutely exhausted. I'm so tired and I feel a bit frustrated really, because with William's pregnancy I worked up until 39 weeks and 4 days pregnant, and I don't know how I managed it. I don't know whether it was because I was younger, I was 24 and I'm 28 now, or I don't know if it's just because I had no choice and I just got on with it, whereas this time round I finish work next Friday, so the 1st of April, which means I actually have 5 days left in work as of tomorrow because of Easter. Thank you, Easter. But I'm really counting down, and don't get me wrong, you know, I had a really lovely meeting yesterday with like one of my bosses from work, and they said thank you and everything and wished me well, and it was really nice, and it really hit me that I was finishing work, and it was kind of bittersweet because I've had a really good few months, albeit very busy ones, and I'm just, but I'm ready. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm not sleeping well at all. I have the craziest insomnia now and the craziest dreams, and I flip between having a really intense dream that will wake me up, then being awake for a little bit and thinking about that dream, and then needing the toilet, and then dozing and trying to get back to sleep. And last night I must have laid in bed for about 45 minutes to an hour after I woke up to go to the toilet, and I could just not get back to sleep. And when you've got work the next day, and you know, you have to still be on it and you have to do all of your job properly, it's really intimidating to get up and go to work and try your hardest. Luckily today, obviously I'm working from home and I had a midwife appointment this morning, so it's been a slightly easier day for me, but it's still really hard and I'm trying my best. I'm very uncomfortable as well. I can only sleep on my right side for some reason, and sometimes on my back. I think you're actually recommended to sleep on your left side to do with some sort of nerve, but I can only be comfortable on one side and I can't really control myself once I'm asleep, so I'm really in those final stages now of just being a whale, if I'm honest, but it's fine because it's just, I know the end's in sight and I'm okay about that now. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, it's annoying and I'm tired, but it's so worth it, isn't it? Sorry, I had to stop filming them because the delivery man came and he just looked at me like I was absolutely insane because I'm filming right in front of my window. But yeah, on to the midwife appointment. So I saw a different midwife today, actually. I've never seen her before. I've actually seen 4 different midwives midwives now. My main one, called Louise, I absolutely love her, but I think she's kind of the head of the department, so I don't think I'm likely to have her present at the birth or anything like that. But this lady I had today was like slightly older, like probably, I would say like in her 50s or something like that, and she was really, it was really nice actually, because she was like full of kind of like old wives' tales and like a bit more no nonsense about everything, which I quite enjoyed. Baby girl is head down and is quite low, but with your second babies, apparently babies can engage and then disengage and engage and disengage, because everything down there is a little bit looser in terms of like the way your pelvis is positioned. So I can definitely tell the days where she's engaged for a little bit, because I'm in a lot more discomfort down there. But she isn't engaged at the moment, she's just very, very low. I am measuring a week ahead still, so 37 weeks instead of 36, which doesn't bother me too much. But she said I had a really, really beautiful bump, which was quite nice. And my blood pressure's fine and my urine's fine. I still hate it when they test your wee. I can't stand it. I'm just like, oh, don't judge my wee, please. But that's all fine. And I have another appointment booked now for 38 weeks, so that's in 2 weeks time, and I'm sure that'll be here before I know it. Oh, also, thankfully in terms of positioning, she obviously is head down, but she's not back to back, which I was really like hoping she wouldn't be. Not that I'd had any inkling or any back pain, but it's much better for labour, because back-to-back labours can be extremely painful and sometimes slightly slower as well, so that was really good. And then, as I said with like the old wives' tales, she was like, oh, I take it then it's not your second baby, and I said no, and I've already got a little boy, and this one's a girl. And she said, oh, you know, boys are always late, and maybe this one will be on time this time because it's a girl. Girls are always on time, and I would love to believe that, but it just made me chuckle. So I don't know. Obviously I was induced with Bill, so we'll have to see. I would really like to avoid induction this time, but I am not going to do anything like, you know, take anything to encourage it, I think, because you know, when baby's ready to come, she'll come, and I kind of want my body to be ready and go on its own and not be like forced into it this time, so we shall see. So in terms of like how I'm feeling, I'm just flitting between really, really nervous because I know that birth is imminent. Like, I'm 1 week away from full term, and as everyone says, like, she could come at any time, and she really could. And I am really nervous. I'm nervous about the pain. I'm nervous about like when it's gonna happen. Like, what do I do if my waters break? Because they were broke in hospital last time. Like, I have no idea or experience of this. I have a waterproof sheet on my mattress. I've like pretty much got my hospital bags packed now, and I feel ready, but then part of me just doesn't feel ready for the pain, and I am quite scared. I think when I get to 37 weeks, I will discuss my birth plan if you're interested in terms of like what I would like this time around. So if you have any questions around that, let me know, and I will try my best to answer them. Another thing in terms of emotions is just seeing how excited Bill is getting. We told him from the get-go that his little sister was going to arrive in the spring, when the lambs come and all the baby chicks come and all of that kind of thing, but obviously that coincides with Easter as well. So he keeps saying to me, oh, you know, does that mean that baby sister is coming? Thanks, Kat. Does that mean baby sister's coming, you know, at the weekend? And I was like, I wish I could promise you that, but I don't think she will. So I feel a bit bad about that, but he's so excited. Like, it says a lot for this kind of age gap, to be honest, because by the time she's born, he'll be a couple of months away from turning 4, and his understanding and his intellect around the whole situation is brilliant, because he's so involved and he's so aware. And I know that we'll have jealous moments as well, but I'm actually really pleased with the age gap, because it's been lovely to be able to talk to him about it and have him understand. And then the other man in my life, Mark, Oh my goodness, right, if you know Mark, which I know that none of you really do, he's quite a laid back guy. He's laid back, he's cool, calm and collected, and he doesn't really like get too giddy about stuff, and he's the sort of person that won't get excited for a holiday until like the day before, or even like when he gets to the airport. He's just so laid back about stuff, but he's so excited, and he keeps saying to me like, hurry up. And he knows that I have no control over it, it's only a joke, but seeing him get excited is just, it's so lovely, because obviously when you're carrying the baby you get excited a lot earlier than anybody else, because you're, you know, you're in tune with this little human. But now they're really catching up with me and it's lovely. I got a little bit emotional, I have to say, yesterday when I turned 36 weeks, because it's like, you know, I'm a week away from full term and I never expected to have another child. You know, I became a single mum, and I had to be really comfortable with the decision that I might not ever meet anyone new, and I might not have any more children, and I accepted the fact that it could just be me and my son, and that would be what I was blessed with, and I was fine with that. But I always hoped that I would get this chance, and it's making me really emotional. And I did get this chance, and you know, I met this amazing person that wanted to take on my son. And now we have a daughter that, you know, will always be a family in heart. Well, like I've said this before, we'll always be a family. Our bond couldn't be stronger. It doesn't matter who made who or what the genetics are. But we're introducing this little person to our family who is part of all of us. She's part me, she's part Mark, and she's part of her brother. And that is like the most incredible feeling. It's like she's some sort of magic extra glue, and I just feel so lucky. So yeah, that is it really. So that is my 36-week update, and I'm gonna go before I A, start coughing, B, start sneezing, or C, start crying, because I'm a wreck. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will quickly show you my bump and then I will let you go. So this is my 36-week belly, and I don't really think it's grown masses since the last time I showed you, but it's definitely big now, and it's definitely dropped. You can see here, this is what happens to me when my belly drops. Like, I do get this crease, and you can just see how big it is really. I don't know if you can see in comparison to the rest of my body, but it's a pretty big belly. My belly button just doesn't know whether it's coming or going half the time, and my belly's quite veiny, as are my boobs. And yeah, that is 36 weeks. I'm a bit concerned about how I'll get any bigger, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So thank you so much for watching, as always. I really do appreciate it. I read every single comment, and I am really grateful for the support that you give me. So I will hopefully see you next week, all being well, for my 37-week update, and you can celebrate the fact that I'm almost finishing work. And yeah, I hope you're all well, and I will see you next time. Bye!